Kimmi is in the house along with Jeffrey.
Hey, peoples.
Hey guys, y'all see we bundled up like snow bunnies out here with like we live in the Antarctica with these sweaters on because it's kind of nippy out here. The weather is still kind of acting crazy out here in Georgia. Hold on, make sure that, okay, there we go. Yeah, the weather is still a little kooky. Today it's a little drizzly. Let me show y'all. It's drizzling. Little cloudy, little gray. Kind of affects my mood when it's like this. I like the sun, and that's why I always have on something bright because it just makes me feel better. All right, let's do this. So today we are talking about, we're gonna go ahead and get started, and then when the more you get in the room, you can ask your questions or whatever. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. So today we're talking about what supplies do you actually need? Because I was on here live yesterday, and I was talking about one of our mentees in our notary community. She said that she started spending a lot of money. Hey guys, welcome. She's already been spending a lot. She spent $400 already, and that was just trying to get her LLC. Basically, I don't even think she had no supplies yet. Yeah, she was on there the other day. Just said, yeah, she ain't even bought nothing. She was a little frustrated because she only had one job. So she's like, well, what in the world? So, and I can understand that. That's why the roadmap that I've put together, and what I always say, I've been very consistent. I've not changed on this since we've been doing YouTube and teaching, is I think you should get your commission, okay? And then I like you to kind of pump the brakes and come and get training with us, because I go over exactly what supplies you need in the training course. And I'm going to tell you right here, because that's just what I do, right? You ain't got to go buy something to find that out. But I like you to come on and get trained before you start buying LLCs and getting your EIN. Even though it's free, I like you to have a process. And my process has never changed. And it works. It's never changed. A lot of times people keep pushing me and asking me the same question 20 different ways because they think I'm a change. I'm not. Unless it's something that needs to be changed. But for the most part, if it's something that's working, I'm not going to alter it just to make you feel better. I cannot. I have to just tell you what it is, give you the facts, and just tell you the truth. So you get your commission. We're going to pump the brakes. Okay, either you're going to get the Start Your Notary Business book that I've written for your state, so you can learn everything you can about what you can do in the industry, in the notary industry. Watch some YouTube videos here, or join mentorship, okay? I'll tell you about mentorship shortly. So the actual supplies that you need to get started is your commission. You got to get some training next. You cannot just go out here and wing it. A lot of people say, well, it's something in my handbook I can learn from there, or I'll just get in a Facebook group and join them and they'll help me. Don't try to run your notary business out of a Facebook group. That is not how you are going to win. It's just not. It's not. And that's not because I want you to take my training or anyone else's training. I just know you cannot win. It's nothing else that you can do. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm just going to go out and learn how to do it in Facebook. No, not even YouTube University. You cannot learn everything you need to learn in YouTube and get it in a constructive way. Not going to happen. Hey guys, welcome. So we're talking about what supplies you actually need to start this business. So actual supplies that you must have are going to be your journal. I do have a journal collection of 15 you can choose from. They are beautiful. So you can look at my website, notaryeducators.com, look under the journal collection. Okay, you can buy the book there too, under the books. But with the journal, you need a journal so you can take notes about the transaction. Ooh, watch him, Joe. These people, I think she couldn't see good. I'm gonna be honest, her car was so big. So you need a journal. You need some blue and black ink pens. All right, and these are things the pens you can get at the Dollar Tree. Okay. I do have a free notary supply checklist you can download. It's under the free resources tab at notaryeducators.com. Okay, so under the free resources, you can download that checklist of the recommended supplies. You don't have to buy everything on there immediately. Remember, today I'm just giving you your basics that you need to get started. So blue and black ink pens. You need some clipboards because you never know where you're going to be notarizing. Are you going to be in the parking lot? Are you going to be in the hospital? Is there a hard surface to write on, a hard surface to stamp on? Okay. So we need some clipboards. I usually recommend two. I do have two. I'll never tell you to do anything to that I haven't done or don't do. Okay. So I have two clipboards in my bag. Then also, I like to have everything organized. So I believe you need a notary bag. You should not just be running out the house. Let me grab my pen over here. Let me grab paper over here. Let me grab a journal over here. I think my stamps are over here. No, we're going to be prepared. And that's why I have a notary bag. So I have a couple of them too on the recommended list you can look at. And it's so funny when I talk about that, because you imagine a doctor, he needs, in the old days when doctors made house calls, they had a doctor bag. So I usually joke with my clients and I'll say something like, yeah, this is my doctor bag or something, because I'm always ready to go, right? I just grab that bag, which is kind of heavy, and then I go. I go and do what I have to do. So, but we're going to have our ink pens, blue and black, clipboards, our journal, right? I want you to have your state handbook in that bag. Now, the book that I wrote for your state is different than your state handbook. Your state handbook is going to be from the state. So if you're from the state of Michigan, if you're from the state of Georgia, some people say, I don't have a handbook. You may not. You may have a PDF. Okay? You may not have a full-blown handbook. Every state is a little bit different. So don't text me and don't say, Kimmi, I can't find my handbook. You may not even have one. So you start at your Secretary of State's website though. So usually it's a PDF file, it's a downloadable handbook, it could be called a manual, it could be called rules and regulations. There's different names that it could be called, okay? So you want to have that though in your bag. Why? Because situations are going to come up. Can I notarize for a minor? Can I? These are things that you might have read about at some point in your life, but when you actually out there, it's a beautiful home. When you are actually out there doing jobs, though, you're going to forget. So you need to have that as part of your notary equipment, part of your supplies. It should be in your bag. Did you want to add anything, Jeff?
The most important.
Oh, hold on.
The most important thing is your stamp, because if you don't have a stamp, then that defeats the purpose of what you're doing. So make sure you have a stamp. You can go size stamp or a smaller stamp, because what you're stamping paper. So that you can also get on Amazon, and you're able, you put in the information, your name, your commission information, things like that, and you can also get a crimper. That will also add a little flair to it, although nowadays it's not necessary to do that.
The embosser.
The embosser, I'm sorry. You call it a crimper. But the embosser, which kind of gives the raised writing when you crimp it, a little more fancy. You don't every document. If you're doing just a few pages, 1 or 2 pages, 3 maybe, okay. But if you're doing like several pages, then the stamp will work. So you have your stamp, pens, clipboard, a bag. Those are your basics to get started. It doesn't take that much to get started in this business. And then later on you can add on to it. So that's what I have.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So those are just the basics that you need to get started. Okay. So again, it's not a lot required. Hey guys, welcome. For those that are just joining, do you have a business? Thinking about the notary business? What are you doing? Okay. A receipt book. You want to have a receipt book. Add that to your little list. Okay. So those are just a few of the things that, again, that you need to get started. Everything else, the dual tray printer and ink and toner and all that, just to get started is not a requirement. It's just not. We got a lot of people joining. Good morning. Good morning. Where are you joining in from? What questions do you have about your business? I'm going to hang out a few more minutes. And then I must go because we're getting ready to get a cup of coffee and get ready for this appointment. that we have. Okay. No questions this morning? I know it's kind of early. What time is it? It's 11. Yeah, I usually, yeah. People might be at lunch. Okay, what else do we have this morning? Anything else? If not, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. And I will see you guys sometime tomorrow, probably. And that's it, because I got to get ready to go anyway. So all things notary, check out notaryeducators.com. Again, the mentorship options for you are either $27 or $47 entry point. They both have one amazing community. We are one community. We meet weekly for live workshops, live training, live coaching every single week, every Monday at 7 Eastern time. If you can't make it, the replays are available. There's a 7-day-a-week chat, okay? So we got you covered. All things notary, notaryeducators.com, okay? See you soon. You can join today and have immediate access, okay? As soon as you join, you can start watching your courses and start getting the help that you need. So join today, start now, okay? All right, guys, until later. Bye.